Hey people, it's Niles talking. Now this is from CNN. So people are begging us to sell. Africa's richest man opens huge fertilizer plant as food crisis looms. Lagos, Nigeria. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, opened the continent's largest fertilizer plant this week as war in Ukraine cuts off supplies from Russia, threatening a global food crisis. The 2.5 billion urea and ammonia fertilizer plant was commissioned by Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari in Lagos, where Dangote is also due to open a 650,000 barrels per day oil refinery later this year. Dangote told CNN Tuesday the urea market had gone through the roof. People are begging us to sell, he said. We are very choosy who we sell this product to. We are loading a ship going to US, Brazil, Mexico, India. The EU are trying to buy from us, he added. The fertilizer factory sits on 500 hectares of land on the outskirts of Lagos and has a capacity to produce 3 million metric tons of urea yearly, making it the second largest plant in the world, Dangote said. Its launch comes at a critical time. The war in Ukraine has driven up prices and caused global food shortages. Russia and Ukraine are major suppliers of urea, potash, and phosphate, key components of fertilizers. The countries are also major global suppliers of wheat and other grains. Urea and ammonia are essential ingredients for farmers to meet production targets, and access to fertilizer has been reduced significantly, threatening the global food supply chain. We are lucky to have this plant, Dangote added. It's coming at the right time with the Ukraine-Russia conflict, as both Ukraine and Russia control substantial amounts of agricultural inputs. This could help a lot of African countries. The export market is a seller's market. The number of people on the edge of famine has jumped to 44 million from 27 million in 2019, the UN's World Food Program said this month. Parts of Africa could be plunged into hunger in as little as 3 months if Russia's war in Ukraine drags on, says Juan C. Lobo, chief economist of the Agricultural Business Chamber of South Africa. In the short term, between now and 3 months, the conflict will affect food supply, primarily from a pricing perspective, C. Lobo told CNN. Nigeria has been trying to diversify its economy away from oil for some time, and Dangote believes the plant could earn the country $5 billion in export revenue each year. This is a very huge impact. It is very significant for Nigeria's economy, Dangote told CNN. Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, said reducing fertilizer imports was a key pillar in Buhari's diversification agenda, taking the country from being a net importer of the commodity to self-sufficiency. Indeed, during the past 5 years, over 35 million bags of blended fertilizer has been produced in Nigeria. Consequently, our import bill on fertilizer has not only declined significantly, but we're also witnessing rising investment in the fertilizer industry, such as the one being commissioned today by the Dangote Group, he said during a speech at the inauguration of the plant. Today, Nigeria is self-sufficient in the production of urea, and we are also the leading producer of urea in the African continent. Speaking at the event, Buhari said the plant will help Nigeria end dependency on food imports. The plant is creating huge opportunities in the area of job creation, warehousing, transport, and logistics. This creates significant wealth, reduce poverty, and help securing the future of our nation. Dangote Group is the second largest employer in Nigeria after the federal government. Okay, that's the end of the article. Well, I'm very happy to hear this. I like bringing good news on black people in the diaspora. So this is good for black people, this is good for Nigeria and Africans, because it will lower the dependence on foreign countries, it will make it easier to keep people fed, and it will create wealth and jobs for black people in Africa. And this is another thing. So for black business people, this might be an opportunity to link up with the Dangote Group and see if there's possibilities of doing some kind of business, perhaps as making themselves as export agents here in the United States and in other countries to import the fertilizer, because that would keep the wealth in black hands. Who knows? And also, this is something I want to touch upon. More black people need to study STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, mechanics, so that they can then go into business like this fertilizer factory and open businesses that are directly helpful to black people and their development. So anyway, I've said enough. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'm going to leave this article in the description. If you'd like to support this channel, leave my cash app. If you want to follow me on Instagram, leave that there as well. If you want to buy one of my t-shirts, I'll leave that there as well. Peace.